Man, I wish I got a Monster. I should have walked to fucking, what's it called for that?
All right.
7-Eleven.
Welcome back to the podcast. Today I am here with...
My name is Zach.
So this is your first time? This is our first time?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be on this. Like, when you reached out, I was like, oh, yeah, man, that would be super sick. I like talking. I might as well get film talking.
So I know... Well, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
I'm Zach. I play a bunch of instruments. I have an engineering background for like audio. I went to recording school. And I do live sounds. I play with bands. I do recordings. I do a bunch of stuff music-wise. So that's why you reached out, because you wanted to say what's up, which I appreciate. But yeah, that's my background. We're in Maryland. I'd imagine all the ones that you've done here in Maryland, right?
Some have taken place in Maryland. Some has taken place in VA. Some has taken place in beaches, like just random place. Yeah, it's a very like outdoor.
That's sick.
Yeah,
I like that. Have you done like you just been on the sidewalk and you're just like you? No, you haven't done a random one.
The whole way it came into this whole podcasting was I wrote down the name of a list of people and I was like, all right, these people are new. I never had them on a podcast, and I was like, I should switch it up. I should bring back people who I have had before, but bring in new people.
Sure.
So I was like, I contacted him. I was like, yeah, let's like fucking do it. Let's go with it. And before, I was very known. TikTok was what blew me up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I be completely honest. I've never downloaded it.
Oh, really?
I get sent TikToks, and they used to be able to work on the browser, and now when you click on it, you have to download the app to watch it. What do you do on TikTok?
So I just upload the clips. Clips, and then from
the clips of the podcast? Yeah. That's sick.
And people will like be like, all right, let me go watch the interview on Spotify and YouTube. Yeah.
That's sick, man. That's really cool.
So I want to go on, and where we first had our first interaction, we were like we didn't know each other.
Yeah, so we met at the Four Corner Pub, which is actually not too far from Irwin Park. I'm in the process of moving, so that's why we couldn't be in my house, but we're at a really nice park. I actually take walks here because it's usually really nice. It's cool. We're just off of University. We're near Four Corners area. So where we met was the Four Corner Pub. That place is cool. Did you end up having any of the food?
No, I actually didn't.
Dude, their food is crazy for like no reason.
So that whole, oh my god, it's crazy because that whole like the way it come down. At first, I wasn't even gonna come because I'm somebody who I didn't know none of y'all.
Sure.
And you guys already had kind of like a clique. You guys had kind of a group already. And
yeah. So
I always have that feeling of like I don't want to budge in.
No, sure.
And then ruin what you guys have going on.
It was so from my remembrance, it was Andreas and I think like. Well, actually, I don't even remember who the other two people were. It was like a bigger party, right? It wasn't just the four of us.
Yeah.
Okay, then I don't even remember. I probably slammed too many Jamesons. I'll be completely honest.
No, what you guys were having was like,
okay,
it was like
yeah, because
like,
Andreas and I love Jameson. That's like one of my favorite drinks. So whenever I get a Jameson, he caves and just gets a Jameson. So I think by the end of the night, we were like 3 or 4 beers before you guys showed up.
Yeah, we were late as
dude, Andreas was just like, no, we gotta go now. I was like, bro, they're not even there. But then we got there, like we literally just, I mean, it was cool because Andreas is good company, so it's not like I didn't have anybody to talk to. But like I think we got like 3 beers in, and when you guys showed up, and then at that point I was just like, if we're gonna hang out, I need a shot of something.
Yeah,
so
we all took a shot. I don't know what shot we took, and I was just like, I've never had this.
I think you guys had green tea shots because
never had green tea shots.
It was Jackie who was like. Yeah, you shouldn't just drink Jameson. Have you done like regular shots?
Yeah, I have done regular shots. I have drank. What kind of liquor have I drank? I've drank Hennessy. I have drank tequila.
With Hennessy, anything's possible.
Yeah, no, man, that Wait till we get to like the topic of like just drinking and stories like that.
Oh boy. Drinking.
But yeah, I do that. I remember the interaction we had, and I think you were very open. You was very like, "What's up, man?" Like
I was 3 beers in.
yeah,
I
we were
don't.
so social.
Well, I'm normally like that. I mean, right now I'm on like a little tolerance break. Well, not tolerance break. That sounds awful for drinking, but I am on a break because I'm trying to be more productive. Like I'm definitely trying to put out some music before the end of the year. I'm trying to get something out because I just haven't been doing as much since I started doing live sound. Like live sound has just kind of taken up all the recording, all my energy for most of the day because I'm usually doing 2 jobs at once because I love gear. I love buying shit. And when you have 2 jobs and you're paying your bills, you know,
You got some money
it works out to
equipment.
where, yeah, you can buy a bunch of fun stuff. Like, well, we'll get into the gear a little later, but like to get back to the bar, yeah, man, I appreciate that.
I dapped you up and I was like, "What's up, man?" And you were like, I said, "So what y'all do? Like, what do y'all do? Y'all play guitar?" And then you started going on a bit about the history of your favorite guitar.
Oh yeah, so I think we were talking about that earlier too on the walk over. My favorite guitar of all time is a white Fender Mustang with the tortoise guard. So on my Instagram, there's 2 pictures from like recent shows, and all the other shows that I've been playing have been this white Mustang recently. I mean, I've been playing guitar for like 15 years, so like I've been going through all the guitars and stuff. I used to work at a music store, so I had access to like any kind of guitar I wanted to play, custom shops, all that stuff. So I got to like work out my own kinks. But there was one guitar that I've always wanted, and it was the Kurt Cobain, like the white Mustang with the red guard, and I always loved that. You know what's funny? I found this out recently. I got the guitar and I've had it for a while, but I was looking at like pictures of like the show that I always look at to be like, oh, that's the guitar. It's blue.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the spotlight on the stage makes it look white. So the whole time it was the blue one with the red guard. I was like, damn. But I still love the white one. The white one is my favorite. Like, it's
very clean.
Yes, it's very striking. I mean, and then I got a little like, I sticker up some of my guitars, not all of my guitars. Like if I had a Gibson, I'm not gonna sticker that thing up. Like that thing just is, those are pieces of art. But with Strats, like Fender style guitars, there's like a personality and like a personability of those instruments. And then you see a bunch of people that do end up sticking it up, like Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain had stickers on his Strat. Some of my favorite guys have stickers on their instruments. Like, you see it, it's common, but yeah, man, like for that guitar I actually have stickers on the back, and they're for me, so you guys can't see it, but it is like, well, I'll just give it away. It's just stickers of places that I love. So like I used to work at Chuck's, and that's where I met Andreas, who we met at the bar. Working at Chuck's was a cool experience because it's a music store. It's like one of the biggest on the East Coast, and you have access to all this cool gear, and like all the people that work there are super knowledgeable because they don't just hire anybody. Like it's cool because like as a musician myself, I learned so much. I play a bunch of instruments, so like I could go to the drum department and be like, yo, what kind of sticks do I need for better rebound? Or like go to the keyboard section and be like, yo, I need Moog on a budget because Moogs are $4,000. You can talk to people and actually get that information, like, and they can kind of work with you, you know, they can make it work in certain degrees as far as like, you know, if you buy this controller, you can buy the VST and use it on your computer, and then it's, you know, you didn't spend $500, you didn't spend $5,000, you spent $25-$50, and then you have the synthesizer for your recordings and you can get a good idea. Because, you know, I mean, everybody has their own idea of like gear and stuff, and what I think, it's like, it's the situation. Because like a lot of my favorite groups, the gear that they end up using was because it was available in the studio. Like nobody had, when the Moog came out, nobody had like the whole wall of Moog unless you're at the Moog factory, you know. Same with like certain amplifiers. Like certain amplifiers are like, they live in certain studios, so you'd have to go out of your way to go try that stuff because it's a specific sound and somebody can capture it a specific way. The part of my background is also when I went to recording school, I learned a lot about get this recording. But because of all of that, like the facets and knowing the gear behind it, it gives you a really deep appreciation, because like you can hear this stuff in person, you can hear it in a guitar store, and then when you go and take it home, you can hear it in your home, and then when you take it to a studio environment, you can hear how it sounds in a studio environment. Like there's all these sounds that affect it, and there's all these caveats and like tricks that you can do and things that you can buy to sweeten it up. It's a game, man. There's so many aspects, and people get caught up in like, well, I need this for this and that for that, and like if you know what you're doing and you're getting in a general direction, like hell yeah, dude, go for that. But some people get caught up in the idea of what it's supposed to sound like, when you should just be playing it. You should just do the sound.
Fun with it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's a brutality to the fun when it comes to music, because there is like a certain aspect of perfectionism. Is that a fucking word?
No.
For getting things like perfect, and like you'll never really get it perfect, but you'll get better the more that you do it. So like you're always striving for perfection, but I feel like perfection is unachievable. That's just silly. Like nothing will ever be perfect, because we all have those little kinks and caveats that make it unique. That's why Jimi Hendrix sounds like Jimi Hendrix and Jimmy Page sounds like Jimmy Page. You know, they have these little caveats that make them different. Same with their instrumentation, same with their gear, and believe it or not, same with the way that it sounds recorded, because the engineer had such a big hand in that, that's a whole different aspect. That's why people would go see Jimi Hendrix live, because you hear the recording, you're like, man, this guy's sick, and then you go see it and you're like, that guy literally changed my life. Same, like I had that feeling. I mean, I've been to a few concerts before and I had a good time, but like the first concert that I went to where and this is like fairly recent, like within the last 5 years, I think it was right before the pandemic. I saw Tool.
Oh wow!
And like I was never into Tool. Are you familiar with Tool?
Yeah, a bit of the category.
Yes. So I was not really big into Tool. That video for Schism scared the shit out of me, and I'm a scaredy cat. So I never not that I didn't like their music. I would just like, it didn't like draw me to that style of music, because it was just fucking weird. Like even the Sober video is just like, the guitarist, I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe Adam Jones actually sculpted that whole music video. So like one of their music videos is also made by one of the guys in the band. And dude, I'm so glad I got into Tool, because number one, all of them as musicians, incredible, like the best I've ever heard in my whole life. They're the best. But individually, like I already said it individually, but as a group, they just make this magic. Like Tool is something special. And in the music, the recordings, it was cool. But like once I saw them live, and then I started listening to the records, and you kind of get that same feeling that you got live, because you kind of have that internalized now. You're like, oh, I know what they're about. I felt that. Like it's crazy. It's a crazy thing, because it was at my least favorite venue. I don't know what the fuck it's called now, but it used to be called Capital One Arena, and you know, dude, I saw my first concert there. It was $250 fucking to go see the Black Keys with the Arctic Monkeys, and that's my favorite band, by the way. The Black Keys. No, the Black Keys. You know what's funny is like I appreciate the Arctic Monkeys for what they're worth. They make cool music. The whole first record was like, I think the main guy, I'm blanking on his name, but I think he did it all by himself in GarageBand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking nuts. For that time period, to be able to pull that off, that's crazy. To have like songs on the radio that you put together in GarageBand. And he ended up like, you know, I'm not going to get into the lore of this band because I don't know them well enough to start spouting off shit. But I saw the Arctic Monkeys, and at the time, you know that, I think the record's called Are You Mine, the one with the, like, Soundwave?
Yeah.
So that had just come out. Are You Mine was, like, the crazy song that everybody loves. And I saw them with the Black Keys, and they were opening, and like, they get on stage, and, like, this is my first concert ever. And they are trashed. They are like so drunk that it was hands down. And I've been to tons of shows. I've been to like local shows. Now in my life, and I could say this way later in my life. I'm a live sound engineer as well. I do sound. They were so fucking trashed that they sounded like complete shit, and I could hear like the mixing engineer kind of panicking to try to figure out how to fix it.
Yeah.
It's like you can't fix like a bunch of drunk people.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Wow.
It was like literally. I was just like, damn, this is a big ass place, and they just did that. Like, they don't give a fuck. Which, you know, maybe that's cool to some people. I thought it was like, dude, all these people just paid. I paid $250 fucking dollars. Like, I'm a stupid kid. Like, you know how much money that is to like a stupid kid? Like,
Could have bought some new music then.
yeah, I could have bought a fucking guitar or something, but you know, it is what it is, and they were really drunk, and the only song that was like actually came through as the song was "Are You Mine?" And I was like, okay, cool, like that's a cool song. And I remember hearing that song like way later, and I was like, okay, this is a cool song, and they are a cool band. But like that was the first time I had ever like truly heard them, and I was like, dude, you guys are a bunch of drunks. What the fuck? But they're very successful and they're very cool, so you know. Who am I to talk? And then the Black Keys hit the stage and they fucking tore it up. Oh my god, I love the Black Keys so much. They're like hands down like my favorite band of all time. Like those two guys are just so sick, and like they're a big part of why I started playing guitar. I mean, why I started like writing songs and trying to make music. I was just playing guitar because when I was 13, when you hit that like teenage year and you're like, you know, I should probably figure out what I want to do. And I was like, I think guitar is cool. I was listening to like basic. I don't want to say these artists are basic because they're anything but basic, but the music that everybody listens to. I was listening to Jimi Hendrix. I was listening to Led Zeppelin. I was listening to Nirvana. I was listening to the Foo Fighters. Like, you know, all the normal shit that people eventually kind of absorb from being in pop culture. You know, you hear Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
You know All Along the Watchtower. You know Everlong. Fuck. Sorry, Dave. But yeah, man, I was just kind of absorbing all that stuff. And then I remember I was, you know, funny enough, the house that this happened is the house I'm moving back to. I was walking down the stairs and my mom was watching like MTV or some shit. And this is back when they played music videos. Everybody makes that fucking joke. But they were playing this like song had just come out, so they're playing the music video for Tighten Up. Brothers was just dropping, and I was going down the stairs to go do something else, and I like stopped and I watched that whole music video, and it was incredible. It's funny, the song is sick. I was like a prepubescent boy, so like there was a pretty girl, and I was like, oh, what's that? Yeah, man, like it stopped me dead in my tracks, and then I fucking like I just like I want to do that. Like I want to go make songs and like fucking do that shit. So yeah, that, and then you kind of, I don't know, musically you kind of go backwards, in my opinion. Like I've been listening to all this recently. I've been listening to all the shit that like I started listening to. So like I've always been into Jimi Hendrix. The reason that like the first real guitar that I got was an American Strat. It's because of two players. Jimi Hendrix and David Gilmour. Those are my like two of my favorite guitarists. But that Stratocaster was like the real guitar. Like if you want to sound like them at that point, you have the instrument, you have the tool. Now you just need to perform as such. So like that's another disconnect with gear is like, wait, you have an 1176, do you know how to use an 1176? Do you have a Stratocaster, do you know how to use a Stratocaster? Like stuff like that is like you don't learn until way later down the road, when you kind of you develop an appreciation for it, and you have like, you know, if you're drinking the same wine every day, like do you think you know wine? No, you're drinking the same wine. You know the concept of it, but you don't understand all the different palettes and all the different textures and tones, and this one's got legs, like shit like that. Same goes for anything, like cars, instruments, art. I mean, it's all subjective and it grows with time. Yeah.
But has there ever been a point where you're writing, right?
Yeah.
And you just have that like that inspiration, like
stop.
Yeah.
Like it just cuts
writing,
off.
But you're like not burnt out, but a point where you're you're stopped, you don't know what to do?
Yeah, all the time. Almost every session, I would say. I mean, ooh, mosquito.
Fuck.
Yeah, they're out here, man. Keep an eye on your arms. I should have brought bug spray. Oh well. Yeah, I feel like everybody has that. I mean, some people got big old brains and they can just keep focusing and focusing. I have ADHD, and like everybody makes that excuse.
Yeah.
Everybody makes that excuse, but I have it real bad. I was in like tests when I was a kid because like they were like, this kid can't focus on shit. I'm surprised I got through school. I'm surprised I got through college. Like I have such a short attention span towards anything. Like the only
Yeah.
thing that I feel like I can like focus in on is instruments like music, like recording and doing all that stuff. That's the only shit I care about. So, sorry, what was the question? Dude, my tangent is just like,
No, you're good, man. Cause I also jump through the same thing of like, I always jump from one thing to another. But it's either I'm not focusing or I'll forget what the fuck happened in 5 seconds that just happened. So I'm very like, my mind is very, very fast. Like we just talked on our way here. I'm running on 2 days of no sleep.
That's crazy. Don't do that to yourself. Oh my God, I was feeling bad off. I got 3 hours of sleep because my neck hurt. You're 2 days?
Yeah. So
dude.
The 2 days. So no, the first day we shot. We shot an episode, a podcast episode that you guys are gonna see soon.
Spoilers.
Yeah. And we also had to shoot some behind the scenes of the documentary.
Sure.
Yeah, and then I think, what else? We're also shooting this film, which we're still shooting tonight, which is crazy. Well, I'm going to say it now because it's probably going to come out.
Yeah.
So this episode, it's a film. Mm-hmm. We've been going on it. We stopped it at first. We brought it back, and it's called El Club, which is, the club and the behind the scenes of it.
So it's about 50 Cent.
Nah.
In the club.
In the club. So it follows a person who is really going through it mentally, and he has friends, and they're kind of telling him like, come on, let's go out, enjoy the party scene. Mm-hmm. But the minute you step inside the party scene, it's all just lights and music.
Yeah.
So it's the inside of the mind of being lost.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's exciting. So it's like a visual thing, like an A24 kind of movie. That's sick.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What's crazy is we shot, when I first came up with the idea with the club, this was back when I was shooting on the summer podcast, and we were gonna actually release it, but we just didn't like how we had the visuals.
That's great. No, that's good that you go back. I mean, as long as you have the budget for it.
It was crazy is we shot everything with an iPhone. We shot it all with an iPhone.
Did you know that new, it's 28 years later, was shot on iPhones?
That's what I heard. I saw
Yeah,
that.
man.
I was like, damn.
It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy stuff.
A lot of storage. A lot of
That's good.
storage.
Yeah, man.
But and then we had another film we were going to shoot too, which was called, well, in Spanish it's called No Me Quiero Casar, which means I don't want to get married. And it was gonna go with me holding a ring, and it's crazy. We shot this at a church, and I wish we still have that footage.
Oh no, what happened to it?
So I ended up like the day, it was like the final day because this was gonna be part of the summer one.
Sure.
And I said, fuck it, let's just put it on there. And we were at the beach, and we were like constant. We spent a good 5 hours. It was like 12 at midnight. We were about to like wrap up and submit everything to Spotify. And we were just running in circles. And so we were like, should we release it? Should we not release it?
Oh, man.
And then we were like, fuck it, let's just sit down, watch it.
Okay.
And then at the end, I was like, no, I don't think this is going right with it, and I don't like how we shot it.
That's good.
It's crazy because the concept, I still have the script and everything. Mm-hmm. And I showed it in the documentary because I have all the journals of all the ideas I've come up with. We also came up with merch.
Oh, cool.
Also, yeah.
Wow.
It was so crazy. So it was gonna start off with a church, and we shot this in the DC church. I think it's the
Grand Basilica?
Yeah.
Is it that?
We shot it there.
I think I shot photos there. I do videography too.
Right in front of the church, right in the stairs, because we were like, fuck it, if they don't let us record, then we're just gonna shoot it fast. So I was all suited up, and my friend was sitting right there. And I was like, all right, so I'm going to hold a ring, and I'm going to be talking to myself, and then you're going to be like a conscience of like, think of your decision.
Sure.
So we shot it, and we were like, damn, this is pretty good. Because it kind of follows behind like the type of marriage, like do people want to get married? Do people not want to get married?
Sure.
And it was just like a whole concept. So we're also shooting that again for this project.
Nice. That's exciting, man. I hope that comes to fruition.
As you can tell, I'm just...
Yeah, man, a lot of ideas. It's good to get all that stuff out because you're kind of just... what is the term? I know a different term, which I don't want you to take offense to, but it's like pissing in the wind.
Yeah.
But that's not even the right concept because that just flies back in your face. But, you're throwing like a dart at a wall and you're seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
And that's cool. That's really cool to get all that stuff out.
Yeah.
Pissing in the wind is not doing anything. So that was the complete opposite. Wrong terminology. It's funny because yesterday I was at a bar with a friend and on a drinking break. So it was weird because I'm like drinking Cokes weird at a bar. And it's like a bar that I go to all the time. So they're just like, another Coke? And I'm like,
Well, at the pub, I was just drinking Coronas. And I was just like, I didn't know what else to drink.
Yeah, no, I felt you. Do you drink at all?
Yeah, I do. I just didn't. When we got there, I was so blown. I was so like, my mind was going.
Oh no, I get you. Yeah, man.
I was like, I didn't know who to talk to because I was like, I don't know. This is your friend group. I don't wanna.
Yeah.
I don't wanna budge in. I'm not the type to budge in. And then
Sure. Well, I would say that you're a good conversationalist because I mean we're having this whole conversation just
and then we had a
off
whole
the dome.
conversation.
Yeah, on the way over. Exactly.
Yeah, and I had a Corona, and then I just kept having Coronas.
Sure, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and then I know we wrapped it up, and we were like, yeah. I think we were supposed to meet somewhere else too.
Oh my God, it was late. We were like, damn, you guys are going somewhere else.
No. I think we were supposed to meet up like late.
Oh, at a different. Okay.
I think it was a function. I don't fucking know.
Sure.
Yeah, I think, right?
I don't know. I don't remember. By
the end of the night,
yeah, because
we were all ready to go.
Because I had like one more beer, so that's 4 beers, and then I had another shot of Jameson before we left, and then I accidentally paid for it all because Andreas was gonna have some, and I was like, "Yeah, man, yeah, you get this round," and I was just like, "I'll pay for it. I don't care." Oh man.
And was like, I was like, when we finished, I was like, okay, I like Zach is like a cool person.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I strive for greatness, you know?
Yeah, and it's crazy because a lot of people are just like willing to talk about like whatever.
Yeah, man. I mean, most people are friendly, I would say. You can kind of gauge it just by the way that they look at you. If somebody just is, I mean, some people have social anxiety. So you can't just gauge it entirely off of that because when you do eventually get to talk to that person, they may be a chatterbox. Sometimes they won't shut the hell up. But, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It depends on the person. It depends on the time that you have. It depends on the place, the setting.
But I did enjoy, like, having that conversation with you and, like, just, like, getting to know you and, like... Because I think you just got introduced to that group, too, I think, right?
I didn't know who the 2 people on the end were. I knew Jackie. That was it. So I knew Andreas and I knew Jackie. And Jackie I met at a couple parties with Andreas. Andreas I knew from Chuck's. But even then, I've only known Andreas like maybe a few years. So like his like cliques, every time I've hung out with him there, it's always been kind of a slightly different group of people every time. Not in a bad way, he just has a lot of friends and a lot of different groups that converse at the one location. It's just funny because I've been there so many times with like all these different people. Because like since we started living close to here, I was like, I'll just walk to this bar if I really want to. There was one night where I was like putting a set list together for a show, and I was like, it was, I don't know, I want to say it was like a Friday or Saturday night, and I didn't have work, and I was just like, I want to just work on this set list. So I went to that bar, I sat at the bar, and I ordered a couple drinks, and I had some onion rings, and I finished my set list.
Oh, wow.
It was cool. I mean, it's just nice to be in environments like that. I mean, my favorite bar is the Quarry Tavern in downtown Silver Spring, and every time I go there, I always just have a random conversation with random people. There was one time where I was doing sound. You know the downtown Silver Spring area. You know how in the middle on the strip where the movie theater is, there's a Irish bar, McGinty's.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
No, I have not, but I've seen it.
You should
go down there.
check it out. That's my second favorite burger of all time.
Really?
They have a burger called the corned beef burger, and wouldn't you believe it, it's corned beef, but it's got this really nice like red cabbage slaw and goat cheese.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of out of this world. It's really yummy. I would highly recommend it. All their other food is good if you like Irish food. And I've done sound there. I think I've only done it once. I want to say twice, but I think I was just helping somebody that I was like, dude, this sounds weird.
I seen like when I was going through your Instagram when I asked you to be on the podcast, you're like the way the mood is at the concert and how you make it feel. Like I heard some of like the guitar, I was like, I could see what he says about like,
oh yeah,
you could like hear it.
Yeah,
so
man.
I was like, this is pretty cool.
Most of the bands that I end up playing for, the most recent band I'm playing for my buddy's project, he goes by Digicat, and he has more of like an electronic ambient style. So whenever I'm playing for a project, or if I'm playing, it depends on the style, but for Digicat it is very ambient already. So as a guitarist, I can just play guitar in certain songs. I can be ambient for other things, like we do a song, are you familiar with video games? So do you know who Donkey Kong is?
Yep.
So the old Donkey Kong, there is a level underwater, and the track for that is aquatic ambient.
Really?
So we actually do that song.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's really cool. I have a Strymon Big Sky MX, and it has like the what the hell is it called? It has the cloud reverb, which is like shimmer. So like it's a heavy synthesizer song because I'm playing guitar, and there is backing tracks, there's a keyboard player, and Frederick sometimes plays the violin, which ends up sounding like a synthesizer. So I was like, I might as well just make my guitar sound like a synthesizer as well, and just add to we're doing like a Kraftwerk situation. Are you familiar with Kraftwerk? The electronic bands? Yeah, it's just cool. It like all complements each other. And then when I play with like Zawadi, that's another artist that I play for. It's more like lenient on me because I'm the main guitar. I mean, I'm the only guitar player, so I have to kind of fill out what the bass and the drums are there to cater the vibe, to like set a tempo and like to give you a nice foundation. And then I'm kind of doing all the middle stuff, like all of the ambient work, all the guitar stuff, and like fleshing out the chords in order for Zawadi to hit certain notes and sing the way that she needs to sing. Yeah, man. And then when I play my music, it's just kind of rock and roll. I'm just like, whatever.
Well, I can't wait to go to one of you. I know I've been wanting to come to one of your shows, but I think you always said like, oh, we're working on something.
Yeah, I don't think I'm playing one of my shows for the rest of the year, but I am doing recording. I'm doing a lot of recordings to get stuff out so people can hear it and I can get on more shows. Because I've been leaning on like the recordings that I've made like years ago, and like a lot of them, my favorite stuff is demo stuff. I didn't actually flesh them out. So I want to start doing that so I can play more shows, because I've got friends all over that want to start actually playing out and doing stuff, and I would want to have a competent catalog in order to be like, okay, yeah, I can give you
your vinyls in the record store.
Yeah, exactly, man. I actually like a while ago put out an EP.
Oh, really?
It was a 5-song EP, and I kind of forced myself to do it because I had written all these songs, and I had like either 12 or 13 songs, and I had demoed all of them out, and then I was like, let me like actually flesh out like 5 of these songs. Let me do half. So I did the opposite numbers. I did 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then I fleshed them out. I made them. A lot of them ended up changing because as the instrumental changed, my voice kind of catered towards certain instruments. So like one of the songs that was primarily a guitar song became like almost an all keys song, and I had my buddy play on it. Like it's really cool. Like it's a shame I never actually promoted that record. I kind of just put it out and I was like, whatever, which is like what I do 90% of the time. Unless I'm playing for people, then it's actually like, oh, go see my stuff.
I believe that if you come out with like a project, you know, like another EP, right? Mm-hmm. But you do it like a certain vibe, knowing that fall is coming out. What a lot of people like to live, like a little bit of jazz, a little bit of
that good music, yeah, man.
So I'm like, if you do something like that, and I don't know, what would you call another EP?
I don't know. I haven't really sat and thought about it. I've only put like the song titles, like the actual, not song titles, but I put them all, I grouped them based off of the vibe of the songs, because they're all very different. Like I've written all those songs at different points in my like taste of music. So like I'm trying to start from the beginning, and like the same way I'm going back and listening to all of like my old songs that I fell in love with, like the classic Jimi Hendrix songs, listening to Nirvana. I did like a deep dive into Nirvana. I love that band. Well, I love Kurt Cobain. Well, I love all those guys. They're great. The three guys, you know, the drummer for Nirvana is Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. Like that's sick. And then the bassist became a mayor or some shit, which is crazy. Yeah.
Do you sometimes think you have to put yourself like in a place where you could like think? Like,
yeah, I would say. I mean, there's.
You went to a bar and you like had to write a set list.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes think you need that?
I think I just needed a beer. I'll be honest. Which at this point I'm on an alcohol break, so like that is what I'm working on. It's like figuring out what I need to actually do stuff that is. I mean, I'm doing a lot of stuff that is complementary to like my music career, but it's not necessarily my music, which I don't mind. Like I've always kind of had aspirations to produce for other people, because it's cool to like make songs for other people, because you don't have to think about them as hard. You just kind of get them out, because it's, you know, you have this perfectionism with yourself where you're just like, I need to fucking make this right, and I need to play every take like I'm fucking Jaco Pastorius, or I'm Jimi Hendrix, or, you know, you have this idea of like how things are supposed to turn out when you really should just do it, man. You should just like put the songs, and like, you know, they're gonna be the best they're gonna be in your current situation, and then if things actually progress, I mean, same with like videos and stuff. Like you sit on stuff, which sometimes sitting on stuff is good. Sometimes things need to like bake in the oven and actually turn out well cooked, and it's good that you like took the time to be like, this is not ready, like I'm gonna sit on this for a little bit, because you should do that with everything, but you should still have an incentive to put stuff out. Like some of my favorite stuff that I put out, it's still up on my SoundCloud, and one of the songs I did in one day, I wrote, recorded, played all the instruments, and like arranged it, mixed it, and put it on SoundCloud in one day.
Oh wow.
So that, like, thinking back to that now, because that was like 5 years ago, I was like, damn, dude, I must have had like a bunch of those, a bunch of monsters or something, because I mean, I'm not super old, but like I'm definitely feeling like I'm getting older. I'm like at the end of my 20s right now, so I was doing all that shit at the beginning of my 20s, and now it's like you work all day, and then sometimes I generally have 2 jobs, so like my window for like sleep and stuff is very small, so like my window to practice and rehearse and stuff is even smaller. So when it comes to my music, it's like I have shows that I have to play for Digicat, I have shows I have to play for Sec, I have shows I have to play for Zawadi. Like there are songs that I have to practice and rehearse and be competent with in addition to my own music. So after I finish this set of shows with Frederick, I'm probably just gonna like lock into my own music and just finish it so I can get it out.
I believe that, and I can't wait to hear it. Like,
oh yeah, it's gonna be sick.
I know. Well, everything will be in the description below. Your Instagram, your SoundCloud, everything.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man, I just can't wait. I just can't wait to like listen to what you got cooking up, man.
Yeah, man.
Because I know a lot. I know when people start to like hear your ideas, they're like, okay, now it's like it's either you got high expectations or you really gotta like go in a lot.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be something. Like I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the reception. Like I want to see what people like. I don't know. I've never really like cared to put out music because like, you know, I don't know. It's just not. I don't know. I don't know why I never really cared to put out music, but like now I'm at a point where I'm just like, yeah, why not? Let's see what happens. Because I've been learning so much from doing all these other songs and playing for all these people, doing live sound, recording a bunch, that like I actually want people to like be like, damn, that's fucking crazy. Because it's like I've invested so much time and I have the ability to do all this stuff, so I should just do it while I still have a very tiny window. Because like, you know, as you get older, your responsibilities kind of grow, and you have more time, less time to do the things that you want to do. So while you're young, while you have all this free time, you should do that stuff. You should go out and pursue that. You should practice your instrument. You should, you know, don't sit around and eat Doritos and play Call of Duty. I'm a master Prestige. Don't do that.
No, man. When I started this podcast, I had a podcast way before. I think when I was like 18, and I had it with a couple of friends, and then we stopped it. And then when I talked to my friend, he was like, "Blade, you just have this like your conversations, the way you talk." And I was like, like I had a podcast, so like, why don't you do it again, like, but have a concept with it? And I was like, okay. So it took some time, gather up some people, and it blew up. Yeah, I was like, damn, it was like people actually listened. They were like, this is like really fun.
That's cool.
And then from there, I've just been going on. And then I started the vintage clothing, which I'm about to like, which the goal is to have my own shop.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That would be crazy, dude. Like to have a. So is it gonna be like vintage clothes, or is it gonna be all types of stuff?
Vintage clothes and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, like I think right now we're in the talks with a promoter who's gonna be on this podcast.
Cool.
Which I'm so blown away how I like
secured that. That's what's up, man.
And yeah, we have something in the works coming up soon in September. Some works, but I can't wait. The documentary is gonna show so much, but honestly, yeah, man, it's like
that's sick.
But I also want to know from you, your heads. Do you like, you know, when you go through a certain like point in your life, right? You know, you feel lost, you feel like broken, heartbroken.
Sure.
How do you overcome it?
How do I overcome it? I let it dwell, and then I let it absorb me. No, I don't know, man. You kind of just take it in strides, and every experience is like a learning experience, be it good, be it bad. I think you just have to take it on the chin sometimes and just move on to certain situations. In some situations, you're just like, man, I could really grow from this and I could be better next time. Because that's the intent, I would say, is to just be better. So whenever I face stuff like that, like hardships, you kind of just look at it in a different light. You know, you don't let it absorb you. You don't let it stop you, because it's easy to let it stop you. I mean, I was working. I've had a few jobs that were like really cool, like super family-esque, and then like things start falling apart. And it's like your involvement in that, it sucks, and it really does, like, it hurts to a certain degree, because it's nice to be around people that you like being around. I've had a bunch of different jobs in the past, and some of those jobs, it does suck to walk away, but I mean, ultimately you got to do what's best for you, and you got to grow from the experience. You can't let that shit hold you back, you know, because, you know, a lot of, you ever heard the whole crabs in a bucket situation? So when there's crabs in a bucket and one's about to get out, all the other crabs are going to reach for it to pull it back down. So you can end up in situations like that where you're reaching and you're escaping a situation, you're getting better, and somebody's just there pulling you back down to ensure that you're stuck there with everybody else. And that shit sucks. Like, I feel like we're in this weird society right now where, like, we don't want the people that make a difference to matter. We want, like, the same, like, normalcy, and it's like, it's like warm milk, you know. It's comforting because, you know, we're being spoon-fed. It's weird. And like, there should be growth. We want like new things. We want new exciting ideas. We want new songs. We want like a fresh sound, a fresh visual. Like, we want that stuff, but like, it just feels like the system that's in place right now is just like, no, you don't want that stuff. You want the same shit all the time. And it's weird because like, when you see that in like your work environment, it's like, bro, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, who the fuck are these people, and why should I care about anything after this? Like, these are people that I cared about, these people that I trusted, and it's like, you can't just let that shit stop you, because it'll stop you in your tracks. But yeah, I would say just keep going. If something brings you down, keep going. I did a song with my buddy Sek, and it was a cover, and I never heard this song. I know, you know the band War, they did that song Lowrider, this song from George Lopez. Yeah, dun 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 dun, dun. Hell yeah. They have another song on that. There's a Best of War record, and there's a song called Don't Let Nobody Bring You Down. And I was just like, damn, son, like, yeah, man, don't let nobody bring you down, because though they will, you know. It's just, you know, and some people don't even realize they're doing it. That's the worst thing. That's the thing that gets me, because some people have such little self-awareness, or they're in a bubble where the choices that they make don't really have consequences towards them, and it's just like, damn, son, that sucks. But what are you gonna do? You live and you learn, you move on, and you try to make the best of any situation, because a lot of bad shit can bring you down. But like the song says, don't let no one bring you down.
So man, nah, because that's the whole reason why I stopped so much on the podcast, because I was going through something.
Sure.
And I was like, I didn't know what to do. So my one of my friends gave me an advice and said, maybe you need to get out the house, or maybe you need to go somewhere else.
Yeah, change of environment.
So that's where I went to the lake house.
Yeah.
Yeah, stayed at the lake house for a couple of days.
So a place like you rent, or is it a family house?
It's like kind of like a family contractor.
That's cool.
He was like, yeah, man, you could like chill at the lake house for a couple of days. I was like, all right. So it was like near like just woods and like a lake. So I literally took off everything off Instagram and took all the podcasts out. Didn't talk to nobody for a couple of days. And I just kept visiting the garden, and that's where I was like, okay, now I got like inspiration. Okay, let me take this advice of like people saying like, you know, sit with it a while, but don't sit it with too much. Don't stay there too long. So that's where I was like, you know what? Okay, let me pick up the podcast again, because that brought me a bit of joy. It brought me the creation of stuff. Where I'm at now, which the creation is like rapid, because we're doing the podcast, we're doing the documentary, we're doing the film, and then we got the clothing pop-up shops coming up.
Yeah, man, you're gonna have your own store. That's exciting.
Yeah, man, and it's crazy because the way I just chose that, it's just crazy. Honestly, it's just crazy because if I ever have my own pop-up shop, I'll probably just call it Suave Vintage.
Cool.
Which is now.
Suave.
Yeah. Yeah, that name was like crazy. It's crazy because I got it from Home Depot too. Yeah. Because I used to have curls.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then I always used to wear a hat. So nobody would usually see my hair.
Oh, sure.
Because I had it in ponytail. And then one day I was like, fuck it, I'm going to chop everything off and like go back to the slick back. So when I first showed up back to work with a slick back, that's when I got the name. And I was like the only one there with a slick back.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But to kind of almost wrap this up a little.
Yeah, man.
What advice do you have for people out there?
For like just advice in general, just do it. Nike. I mean, really, like, just do the things that you want to do, because like the older you get, and like the more shit that can bog you down can really take you out of it, and like the older that you get, the more priorities you can absorb, and then you have less time to do that stuff. Like, it really is important to just do that stuff while you're young, because like, you know, as you get older, there are less things that you could be bothered with. Like, yeah, just do it. Nike. Am I wearing Nikes? Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Are we both?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I like those. Those are sick.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. They're cool. Yeah, man. I mean, there's so much shit I could say about a bunch of stuff, but like the crux of all of that stuff would just be like, oh, just do it. Just do what you want to do. Develop a hobby. Be unique, because everybody's gonna do the same shit. You know, like what you like. Don't tell people to like the things that you. Well, don't. I would still listen to people that suggest things. You know, you shouldn't be a prude, but yeah, dude, like just do it. Just fucking Nike. Cool.
So, that's some good advice. Yeah,
Thanks.
It's crazy because when you go back to,
I thought of it myself.
when you go back to the new episodes,
Yeah.
everybody has been saying a different advice. I thought
Oh, yeah.
everybody will say the same thing, like don't give up. But everybody
don't give
has
up.
said like different stuff.
Which one was your favorite?
If I had to go with, I don't know. I have to look back because it's literally like
Sure.
quick. After that, it's quick.
Yeah, man.
So I have to look back, and I don't know. Maybe what you said is probably that's one that stuck with me, because I also get points some days where I'd be like, damn. Do I really want to continue with this project, or should I give up on it?
Yeah, man. It happens, but you shouldn't. You should just stick it out. Just keep doing it, man.
No, do you have? Well, this is amazing. I can't wait till we finalize everything and we like edit it. And
Yeah, man. That'd be sick.
So, any last words? Zach?
No, I mean I have a few shows. I don't know when this is gonna come out, so I feel like
Release day is August.
okay, August.
Mid-August.
Okay, so then I have a show with Digicat, August 9th. I don't remember where. Check my Instagram. Where else? I think that's it. I think that's it for the year. I think I have one more show in August, and then that's it. I'm just doing live sound and working on my own stuff. So yeah, man.
Could, get to that one and record and
Yeah, man.
we'll be over there, yeah.
Should be sick.
So, any shout outs you want to do?
I want to give a shout out to God. God first. Yeah. What's up, family? What's up, friends? What's up, acquaintances? And if I've ever passed you in the street, what's up?
Well, what's up to the group? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know whose name is in there, bro. They're watching this.
Oh yeah, what's up, Andreas? I'll give one shout out. How about that? I was being very vague with everything else, but Andreas is why we've come together. So give that dude a shout out. I want to shout out Mac DeMarco, because me and Andreas are big fans of that guy. You know what's funny is the first band that I ever formed. That dude showed me Mac DeMarco, and he's like one of my favorite artists of all time. It's great. And then that's how I bonded with Andreas, because I was like, oh, you like Mac? He's like, dude, I fucking love Mac. I was like, I fucking love Mac too. But yeah, good stuff, man.
Oh, man.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And, you know, I hope you get the inspiration of, like, just do it. But, like you said, just do it.
Just do it.
I can't wait till you, like, complete your EP. And it's, like, sounded.
It's done.
Like, I can't wait. Because I know I'm probably going to use the songs whenever I, like, have posts for my clothing, or like if I actually have this shop, then I'll probably have your music playing on the back. I want that vibe.
That would be sick. That and Special Herbs by MF Doom.
I don't want to have that like typical vintage shop, you know, like how everybody has it so like high end. I wanted to feel like when the minute you come in, you have that like history.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's there's a few spots like that, but there's one in Rockville. I'm not sure if it's still there, but they had a very cool vibe. It was a vintage clothing store, and I think one of the things that like hangs people up about like reselling clothes is like the price margin that you're going for.
Yeah.
But it was very reasonable. Like some of the clothes, it's like they didn't mark it up like 120%. Like they marked it up like a little bit because they're still gonna make a profit, and it's good that stuff gets out, because if you have all these racks full, the place looks like shit. It's just like, why do you have all this stuff?
No, man, but thank you again for coming on.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Taking the time.
Yeah, man.
No, thank you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode with Zach.
Yeah, man.
Any signs off?
That's it. See you later. Cut to black.
Thank you, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and hopefully you guys enjoy the next episodes coming up. Thank you, Zach, for coming on here, man.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate you.